Hey, it's Mike from Mag Plus. In this video I'll show you how to build an issue folder, which is where all your exported assets and pages will be stored, and create a brand ID, which just stores a little bit of information about the brand and the issues and the magazines that you're creating. First, to create an issue folder, you can put it anywhere you want. You don't have to be particular about it. I'm just going to drop it here on my hard drive. Call it Mag Plus Production, and inside that I'll create another folder called Issue. Again, this is just where all the assets are going to be gathered later, so you don't really have to worry about putting anything in that now. Now I just need to point the InDesign Mag Plus plugin to that issue folder so it knows where to export things when you get there. Just look for that issue line in the plugin, hit folder, and then drop out to wherever you created that specific issue folder. This is where the production tool is going to look later for those exported assets. So now that we've pointed it there, let's go out to that production tool, tell it where to look for those exported pages so it can build the issue the way you see here. Here there's a drop down called Issue. Hit the plus button to add another one. Pick that same folder. Go ahead and hit select. And you'll see there's no pages in here yet because I haven't started building and exporting anything. The next thing I have to do is set a brand ID. This is something you only have to do once for each brand, and it'll just set a little bit of data about the brand and the files you're creating. So go under File to Brand Settings Editor, select New. Brand ID can really be anything you like. We usually use a code something like company.magazine, but you can use whatever makes sense in your internal system. Brand description is a little bit more natural language, so just use the title of your magazine. We'll say something like magazine title. And for the default MIB version, just use the latest. There's rarely a time you'd have to use a previous version. Click Save, and that'll create a magplus.mags file. It's just a file that's going to store this information. I'm going to put it in that same production folder that I'm started to build my issue list. And now when I get out of this folder and go back to my main window, there's a drop down for brand, and I can select that brand that I just chose. Now I'm just going to add an ID for this particular issue. Again, this can be anything you want it to be. And you'll see as I do, both the brand and the issue populates in that GUID field below. This is how the system identifies issues when you want to link across them.